Women systematically underestimate their own abilities. If you test men and women and you ask them questions on totally objective criteria, like GPAs, men get it wrong slightly high, and women get it wrong slightly low. Women do not negotiate for themselves in the workforce. A study in the last 2 years of people entering the workforce out of college showed that 57% of boys entering, or men, I guess, are negotiating for salary, and only 7% of women. And most importantly, men attribute their success to themselves and women attribute it to other external factors. If you ask men why they did a good job, they'll say, "I'm awesome." If you ask, obviously, "Why are you even asking?" If you ask women why they did a good job, what they'll say is someone helped them, they got lucky, they worked really hard. Why does this matter? Boy, it matters a lot. Because no one gets to the corner office by sitting on the side, not at the table, and no one gets the promotion if they don't think they deserve their success, or they don't even understand their own success.
Theatre study is a difficult subject in the academy because it cannot be experimental and it is a mixture of literature and personal life experience. Theatre should show pure lives, although there will be new actors or directors. It is also a collection of different skills, such as writing and singing. To succeed in this subject, you need the knowledge of linguistics, sociology, archaeology, physics, psychology, and philosophy. Theatre study is interdisciplinary, and you need to be a linguist and archaeologist to fully understand theatre study. If we move everything away, there are some intellectual and distinctive things left. What makes theater study distinctive is that it is an ongoing project that requires a study lifespan of 60 to 70 years.
For many, these have been vital considerations for the future of artificial intelligence. But British computer scientist Alan Turing decided to disregard all these questions in favor of a much simpler one. Can a computer talk like a human? This question led to an idea for measuring artificial intelligence that would famously come to be known as the Turing test. In the 1950 paper, Computing Machinery and Intelligence, Turing proposed the following game. A human judge has a text conversation with unseen players and evaluates their responses. To pass the test, a computer must be able to replace one of the players without substantially changing the results. In other words, a computer would be considered intelligent if its conversation couldn't be easily distinguished from a human's. Turing predicted that by the year 2000, machines with 100 megabytes of memory would be able to easily pass his test. But he may have jumped the gun.
It's time for this young loggerhead turtle to go to work. We can tether turtles in these little cloth harnesses, put them into this tank and dull swimming place. University of North Carolina biologist Ken Lohman studies sea turtles that are programmed from birth for an extraordinary journey. Mother turtles buried the eggs on the beach and then returned to the sea, and the eggs hatch about 50 to 60 days later. Support for the National Science Foundation. Lohman is learning how these reptiles use the Earth's magnetic field to navigate a 5 to 10-year journey around the Atlantic Ocean. The turtles seem to inherit a set of responses that tell them what to do when they encounter specific magnetic fields at particular locations. This animal magnetism can be a lifesaver, and one field off Portugal triggers the turtles to turn south. If they don't, they likely die, swept into frigid North Atlantic waters. In one lab test, turtles responded to magnetic field similarly to what they would encounter off the coast of Florida. The great majority of them turned southeast. This is an exciting finding because southeasterly orientation in this part of the world would presumably take turtles further into the Gulf Stream. So, the turtles actually have what might be considered a crude global positioning system that is based on the Earth's magnetic field. And check out this experiment. These turtle moves may look odd. The turtles will actually act out their swimming behavior in air. But this wave simulator recreates the first environmental cue hatchling turtles respond to. Swimming into waves is a highly reliable trick that the turtles used to guide themselves offshore.
Socialism. The word invented in the late 1810s. Communism. The word first appeared in 1840. None of these things were words, much less ideologies, before the French Revolution, and the French Revolution gives birth to much of the modern political world. Have you not wondered why we refer to the political left and the political right? Does this have any inherent bodily signification? No. Left and right in politics comes from the original designation of the deputies who sat to the left of the Speaker's podium and those who sat to the right of the Speaker's podium in the National Assembly of 1789 to 1790. The left were those who were seen as progressive wanting to change. The right was seen as those wanting to conserve elements of the old regime.
If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more PTE-related content. Don't forget to leave a comment below letting you know what you think, or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. I will meet you soon at our next video.